Goa, I think, was fundamentally totally unprepared for the lockdown and for the after effects of the lockdown, simply because for the two preceding or three preceding weeks when the coronavirus was really spreading all over the world and we were getting these alarming stories from Italy and China and from Spain and all the rest of it, we were busy with our festivities, we were busy with holding grand meetings because of an inconsequential Zilla Parishad election, and the administration was simply not geared up or even cued in on what they would need to do in case a lockdown was to come. And so therefore, when the lockdown, which was absolutely mandatory and a fantastic move by the central government, without a doubt, came on the 22nd of March, post that, the authorities, the government, the chief minister went into an overdrive into enforcing the lockdown without realizing the consequences of what would happen when people's provisions, essentials, food, milk for children, for the elderly, was to run out. There was no system on the ground to see that the deliveries could take place at home. No e-deliveries were happening. And you cracked down on the grocery stores, the neighborhood grocery stores, from opening or opened them for a short window of time, kept flip-flopping on decisions. So I think it was a nightmare scenario for the last 4 or 5 days, but perhaps the administration has got something going at the present moment. There are now systems by which the panchayats and some supermarkets are open, people are keeping safe distance, and people are learning as they move on. And so far, we have not had an explosion of cases. We've had about 4 or 5 cases, confirmed cases, that have come in, but the patients are stable. We hope that the systems, the hospitals that we belong to, are sufficiently geared up to tackle the crisis. But the authorities need to be more explicit as far as the communication is concerned. They have to be on message constantly. There are just conflicting versions, conflicting informations, conflicting directions coming out to a confused, terrified public. And naturally, then you're going to get the backlash. You're going to get people who are going to be very, very angry with what exactly is transpiring on the ground. CRPF, seeing on the streets, almost seems like it's some kind of a wartime movie that we are going through in Goa. I, for one, do not understand. I agree that we Goans are a pretty indisciplined, know-it-all type of genetic species, but I do not think that we need the CRPF to knock a few blows in us to come to our senses. I think if Goans just get their essentials, particularly the poor folk and the people on the margins and a lot of non-Goans on which the Goan economy depends and who are human beings just like the rest of us, I think if we get our essentials delivered at home or any kind of instructions of how we are to access them, I'm absolutely certain that people in Goa have realized the gravity of the situation and they will follow the instructions of the government and they will remain indoors for the stipulated period of time. I have no doubt about that happening. Either way, the authorities and we are in the same boat. We need to fight this together. We need to row together. And we need to just hope that there is no leak in the boat and that it engulfs us all and takes us all down. We've just got to keep the faith.